Okay, so as a Spanish citizen, what kind of political issues do you face, or and what kind do you see the most prominent?
I think the main problem we have today is corruption among politicians because almost every week we have a new case of corruption on the news, and this, together with other issues such as the economic situation, is becoming a bomb that is about to explode, and people are very angry with it. And due to the economic crisis, we have been suffering like 6 years of cuts in education and health, while at the same time taxes have increased, but salaries haven't. So I think these are the main problems we have to face.
All right. Also, have you heard about La Ley Mordaza? And if you have, like, what is your stance on it? How do you feel about it? What are your views and opinions on it?
Of course, I mean, I don't think that anybody in Spain hasn't heard about it. This law is officially called Ley de Seguridad Ciudadana, which could be translated to Law of Civil Safety, and it includes a lot of bans and fines for people. Some of them are like quite logical, such as having, consuming or selling drugs in public spaces, or consuming alcohol, having guns, prostitution, and other social issues. But on the other hand, there are many abusive points that have generated a lot of concern that haven't gone well with Spanish people. These are, for example, fines up to 30,000 euros for protesting in front of the parliament.
So, have you ever been part of a protest? And if you have, what kind, why, and like what was the end result?
Yes, I've been part of some protests. Most of them are related to cuts in education funds, although things don't seem to change at all. And for example, they want to apply a reform in education that would change the university degrees from 4 years to 3 years long, and instead offering a master degree of 2 years after that, that would be like compulsory. And this master would be very expensive, and many people won't be able to afford it. So there are being a lot of protests about this, but it seems that they are going to apply it anyway. But and I also think that it's stupid to make this reform just the year before the next elections, because if they lose the next elections, and I'm sure they are going to lose, and the next government is against of this reform, they will stop it, and it will be nothing but a waste of time, because in the end they are not going to apply it, but now they are thinking about it, and they are organizing it. So it's kind of a waste of time.
What are your opinions slash views on Spain's government?
Well, when they arrived to power, they had to face a lot of problems that have arisen due to the economic crisis and all of this. But they have failed to achieve any important progress. So I'm pretty sure that they are not gonna win the next elections because of that.
Do you believe that your right to peaceful protest and right to have a voice in your country's government should be respected in order to maintain a free and democratic society?
Well, democracy arrived to Spain in 1978 with the last constitution law and the death of dictator Francisco Franco 3 years before. However, we are increasingly feeling that this democracy is disappearing with all these measures that they have been applying these years, because the voice of the population is not being heard. Instead, sometimes there's like a feeling that they are trying to shut it down, and if they don't respect our right to free speech and the right of a free way of thinking, it's like if we were going back to this dictatorship, which is just the opposite to democracy.